Okay, I'm just gonna wait some people to join. If you just joined, please comment your name at the bottom so I know who you are. We have a lot of fun things planned for tonight. I just really want to know who's watching our videos, so please comment your name and who's watching at the bottom, and then we will get started in about 5 minutes. I'm just gonna wait for some people to figure out that I'm live right now, and then I will get started. So for those of you that are on right now, we're gonna be making a gourmet grilled cheese tonight, and hi there. We're going to be making a gourmet grilled cheese, and we're going to be making cone cupcakes tonight. So that's going to be cupcakes made in ice cream cones. So I've never made them before, so hopefully they work out. I am currently just making like a little bit of like apples like with butter and brown sugar right now because I didn't want to put raw apples in my grilled cheese. So if you want to caramelize some apples before you put them in your grilled cheese, go for it. That's what I did. If not, you can just put the apple slices right into your grilled cheese for tonight. I'll go over the recipes and things just in a couple minutes once it hits 6 o'clock, and then I'll get started with everything. I'm going to go over the ingredients right now so you can get everything laid out. And then I'll explain it again once it becomes 6 o'clock. So for the grilled cheese, you're going to need bread, cheese, apples, and bacon. That's it. With maybe some butter or whatever else you want to put into it for the outside of the bread. For the cone cupcakes, you're going to need some butter, white sugar, eggs, vanilla, flour, baking powder, salt, milk, and flat bottom ice cream cones. So I didn't buy the pointy ones. I bought the regular ones. I'm just going to get I bought the mini ice cream cones. So yeah, I'm going to be, oh, these are really small. Okay, I'm going to be making mini cupcakes apparently, because I bought 2 smaller ice cream cones. So I'm just going to grab my pans. It is, once 6 o'clock hits, I'll re-explain everything so that those who didn't hear me before now hear me. And then we will get started. Sounds good. I'm also gonna preheat my oven right now just so it's hot enough. So I'm gonna preheat it to 350. I'm gonna rinse these out a little bit. Apparently they are a little bit dirty, which is fine. Just gonna rinse them out, and then once it hits 6 o'clock, then we will get started. Yeah, hopefully everyone is staying safe during quarantine right now. I know it's a little bit hard to maybe get ingredients or just do whatever you need to do over quarantine, but I think most people are making it work, hopefully. Okay, so I have my mini pans, and then I think I'm just gonna put the cones in the pans while I wait because I still have a minute left, and then I'll get started. Okay. These are very small. Okay, hopefully these work out. Okay, so it is gonna get started. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Samantha. I have been doing the online cooking classes for the past 2 weeks now, so this is the 3rd week. So this week we're going to be making gourmet grilled cheese and cone cupcakes. If you are watching, please comment your name at the bottom so we know who watches our programs and who's involved. I will tell you again what the ingredients are in just a sec. I'm just putting my little baby cones into a mini cupcake tin because I messed up and didn't buy bigger ice cream cones. So we're making mini cupcakes tonight. For those of you who want to, I'm already making like caramelized onions to go, or not onions, apples to go onto my grilled cheese because I didn't want to put raw apples on them. And then if you want to put anything else on your grilled cheese, go for it. I chose 2 different kinds of cheese, so I'm going to be putting Havarti cheese and cheddar cheese on mine. But if you want to do a different kind of cheese, go for it. Or if you just want to do one cheese, then it's up to you, honestly. It also is getting a little bit hot in here, so I'm just going to open the window quickly. Because, oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, I already have some ice cream cones already put out. I'm going to put another package on because I have no idea how many cupcakes this makes. So we're just going to go for it. When you make these cupcakes, don't fill your ice cream cones up all the way. Only fill them like a quarter away because the cake will rise to the ice cream cones. So they will explode and make a huge mess in your oven. And I don't want that to happen to any of you. So once I finish doing this, we're going to get our grilled cheese started. But I think that we're going to do the mix for the cupcakes first. And then set it aside. And then it's already done. And then we can take our time on the grilled cheese and make sure that everyone follows each step. If you don't know what the recipes are already, they are on our Facebook page. So please feel free to look at the Facebook page and get the instructions from there. If not, I will do my best to explain everything that's going on. So as you can see, I have all my little trays of cupcake ice cream cones. I'm just going to put them on my table so they're out of the way and ready to go. You don't need to put paper in the muffin tins or the cupcake pans before, because the paper itself would literally just be the cupcake, or not the cupcake, the ice cream cone. So it just makes it a little bit easier for the future. So we're gonna start off with the mixture for the cupcakes. If you just joined the live stream, that's awesome. Please comment your name at the bottom. For those of you who are already watching, you already know what to do. But we are, once again, making grilled cheese and cone cupcakes. So I will go over the ingredients for both of them. And I will also be making them with you as well. If you have any questions, please comment at the bottom and I'll answer them right away. If you don't have any ingredients, like last week someone didn't have ice cream, I will try and come up with a compromise to figure out what you can use instead. But let's make this cupcake batter right now and then just set it aside so that we can get on with our apple and bacon grilled cheese. Okay, so for the cupcakes, you're gonna need a bowl, and you pretty much just put everything in the same bowl. You don't need to separate anything. You just put all your ingredients into the exact same bowl and mix it all together. Once again, I don't have a hand mixer, so I'm gonna be beating the crap out of that mix. But if you have a hand mixer, please use it. It will make your life a whole lot easier. For the butter, for the sugar, the flour, it'll just be way too thick for you to stir it. So I'm gonna be getting a workout in here tonight as well. So for the cupcakes, the ingredients that you need are butter, sugar, eggs, 2 eggs, not 1, 2, and vanilla, flour, baking powder, salt, milk, and the ice cream cones, of course, that I already put in a pan. So if you haven't done that already, please make sure you have flat bottom ice cream cones, because if they aren't flat, they're not going to stand up and they're not going to work. Okay? So I'm just going to grab a bowl and then we're going to dump everything in the bowl and just stir it. If you want to make it a different color, go for it. If you're doing this with your kids, it's super fun. If you make them like marble colors or pink or purple, I'm going to see if I have colors in my cupboard. If I don't, then I'm just going to go with a plain white cake. I did buy icing though. So I bought this cupcake icing because I was too lazy to buy it in a jar or make it. So I'm just going to cheat and use sprayable canned cupcake icing. So hopefully it tastes okay. So I'm just going to check to see if I have any colors in my cupboard. And I have a couple different ones. And of course it falls out of my cupboard. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make purple cupcakes because I love the color purple. So I'm gonna mix red and blue or blue and red together and make purple. So I'm gonna add that at the end once I do make my mixture. But I'm gonna grab my bowl right now for my cupcakes, and I'm gonna just start adding everything into the bowl. And then yeah, we're just gonna stir it all up and see how it turns out. I haven't made cake in a while, and I've never made cone cupcakes before. Hi, Tanya. And so hopefully this works out okay. If it doesn't, then I apologize. I'm sure a lot of you are better bakers than I am. So the first ingredient is our butter. I'm going to be using margarine because it's a little bit softer than butter. And I also don't have butter in my house. So margarine it is. So for the butter, you do need half a cup of butter. So I'm just going to, usually I use a butter measure, but I'm just going to scoop it into a measuring cup tonight. And then hopefully that works out okay. Okay, I'm just going to scoop it into here. Let me see if this will work. I'm just going to scoop it. Okay, I'm going to measure it off. I'm just going to press it down in there. Okay, if you have a little bit more butter, then like that's fine. Try not to use too much. I'm just going to make sure it's all in the cup though. Spread the extras on the side. Okay. So I have my half a cup of margarine or butter. Set that aside. I'm going to dump it in the bowl. Okay. I'm using margarine mainly because it's softer, and then I won't have to beat it as hard, so it'll be easier for when the sugar and margarine go together. Unlike last week when I attempted to make chocolate chip cookies, and I just could not mix that butter and sugar together, okay? So I'm just going to scoop a little bit more butter in here because I don't think I got it all in my thing. So if you have a little bit extra butter, it is what it is. Okay, so the next ingredient is a cup of white sugar. So I'm going to get my 1 cup out. And my trusty sugar container. Okay. And I'm going to scoop sugar into my butter mixture. And then stir it all up. For those of you who don't know, these live streams are not perfect at all. I'm literally doing this at my house, and it's kind of hard sometimes. But I love doing them, and they're super fun. So if you want to laugh a little bit and watch me embarrass myself and have a lot of fun, then these are the shows for you, okay? So I'm just going to mix up the butter and the sugar a little bit so that it gets all mushed together. You can see that like it's a lot easier to mush margarine than it is to mush butter. So yeah, hopefully this mixes a lot better. Okay, so the margarine mixed a lot better than butter, so I'm going to recommend using margarine. If you're using your hands, if you have a mixer, use butter. If you're using your hands like me, use margarine. Okay, so I'm just going to mix this a little bit more. So as you can see, it's kind of like smooth. It's like not super sugary. Okay. Then I'm going to add my 2 eggs, which I already have right here. Okay. The best way to crack eggs, I think, don't crack them on the side of a bowl. If you crack them on the side of a bowl, you're just going to put a huge dent in your egg, and it's going to go everywhere. If you crack them on a flat surface, they crack evenly, and then you can just open it and just easily go like that. Okay, I'm going to put my eggshells in the sink, and once you're done working with your eggs, please make sure you wash your hands because you don't want anything from your eggs to contaminate the other ingredients that you're using. Okay. If you're doing this with your kids, if they feel comfortable cracking eggs, it's totally fine. If you feel like eating eggshells, let them crack the eggs. But if you don't feel like eating eggshells, don't let your kids, especially the young ones, crack the eggs in the bowl. Okay? Yeah, so if you use butter, you can leave it out for 24 hours, but I didn't do that, so I'm just using margarine. But smart choice to plan ahead, but I did not plan ahead. I just decided to use margarine because quarantine, and I didn't really want to go to the store and get more butter. So I'm just going to mix my butter, sugar, and eggs together so it gets a little bit more watery. or more liquidy. Okay, just so that it's easier for when I go to stir the flour in. So as you can see, it's nice and smooth. Okay, it's like there's nothing lumpy in here. You don't want lumps of sugar or eggshells or whatever in here. Okay, I'm then gonna add my vanilla. I will tell you right now, I have never measured vanilla in my life. I just dump it in because vanilla is vanilla. You can never have too much vanilla flavor. So I'm just gonna kind of estimate it and just go for it. If I can open it. Yeah, we go. Okay, so yeah. Okay, that's how I'm gonna do it. Because I personally love the vanilla taste, so like if I put too much in, it's just gonna taste like vanilla. So I'm just gonna mix that in there. So it just gets all in there. It smells really good though. Fun fact, if you want to see your kid make the best like face ever for tasting something, get them to smell vanilla, because vanilla smells really good but tastes awful straight. So if you put a little bit on a spoon and then you give it to your kids, they make the best like sour kind of gross face, even though vanilla smells so good but tastes awful alone. I miss Jordan so much too. And Abby as well. Okay, if your kids are watching this, please comment your kid's name at the bottom. We miss all your kiddos so much. We really hope that summer camps are going to be running. We have no idea what's going to be happening with this whole COVID situation, but we are doing our best to give you the most of our activities on Facebook. Okay? So, the next ingredient after vanilla is flour. So I'm just going to grab my flour. I'm just going to stir my... That was a little bit. Okay, turn that down. Okay, so you need 1 3/4 cups of flour. Okay, I'm just going to take my little scoopy thing out. I don't want to get that everywhere. Okay. When you're dealing with your flour, please make sure that you level off the top, because you don't want to just dump a huge mountain of flour into your mixture. So I'm going to use my 1 cup, and then I'm also going to use a 3/4 cup, and I'm just going to level off the top so that it fits perfectly. If you don't want to use flour, then I don't know. If you use gluten-free flour, then use gluten-free flour. If you have whole wheat flour, then use whole wheat flour. But I'm using white flour because that's the only flour I have, and I don't have any issues with it. So I don't know if you have any problems with flour, then use a different flour that works for you. Okay, then I'm gonna do a 3/4 cup of flour. Okay, dump that in there. Put that off to the side. Okay, I'm gonna get this flour out of the way so that you guys can see me more. Okay, next I'm gonna mix this all together. Hopefully it isn't super hard to mix, and I don't get flour everywhere like I just did, but if you're using a hand mixer or a big large mixer, I would add your flour in slowly so that it doesn't get everywhere. Okay, so this is kind of turning into a dough right now, but that's okay. Okay, I'm just gonna stir it all up. If you want, you can just add all the stuff in together and then stir it all at once, but I'm just doing it this way because my bowl's a little smaller and I didn't want to spill anything. Okay. If you are using your hand, please make sure that you fold it and then you smear it. So you fold and smear. Otherwise, the flour is going to be all gross and lumpy, and they're going to just eat balls of flour in your cupcakes, and it's going to taste gross. Okay, so now that I have flour all over me and everywhere on my floor and my counter, we're going to move on to the next ingredient. So, next ingredient is baking powder and milk as well. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of salt in it, but it says to put 1/4 teaspoon. I'm just gonna dump it in and just pinch it in because I don't want to put too much salt in. But we're gonna need 2/3 of a cup of milk. I am using lactose-free milk because if I drink milk, it's just a bad idea. So I'm using lactose-free milk. Use whatever milk you want, whether it's 1%, 2%, almond milk, I don't know what kind of milk there is, but I'm using lactose-free milk. Okay, and then I'm also going to be putting 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder in. This is the baking powder I use. It's just from Walmart. Some cheap stuff. But that's okay. So I have this really cool, what did I say, 2.5? So I have this really cool, like, measuring thingy. And it has a dial on it that I can just push to, I think I can just push it. I should be able to. Oh yeah. Okay, so I have this cool measuring thing that has like all these little sizes of a teaspoon. So I just need 2.5 teaspoons. So I'm just gonna scoop it once because it says it's 2.5 teaspoons. So I'm just gonna trust it and go with it. I've never used it before. Kind of just got it. Seems kind of cool. So I'm also gonna level off the top though as well because I don't wanna put too much in or too little or whatever. Okay, so I'm just gonna dump that in there. Okay. I also got baking powder all over my counter, so I'm just gonna dump in my sink. Put everything in the sink there. That's the thing with these cooking shows is you think that I don't make a mess, but really I just throw everything in my sink and everything's on my floor. So I spend like an hour cleaning up after because I just chuck everything in my sink. So we're also gonna be doing 2 3/4 cups of milk. So if you have a wet measure, please use it. Mine is like an old thing, so I'm just gonna use this to measure my milk and dump it in there so it's easier to stir. Excuse me, a little bit of a dry throat. Once you've done that, just mix everything together and I'm gonna add my purple. I'm gonna make it purple. So once you've done that, then you can make it a different color if you want. Maybe add some sprinkles. Ooh, actually, I think I might add sprinkles too. Make it like a funfetti cake. Okay. So I'm just gonna pour 2/3 of a cup and then add it in there. Okay, so I pretty much gonna eyeball level it to make sure it's like level, I guess. Jordan, I love you too, and I miss you a lot, sweetie. Okay. I miss all the kids so much. Okay. You have no idea how bored I've been in my house. Like, these cooking shows are probably the most events I get out of this quarantine. Okay, so it's kind of watery now, so I'm just going to mix it. Oh, hopefully it stirs all together and kind of mushes in. Oh, I just got milk everywhere. That's sick. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to mix everything together. Hopefully if it mixes, so I'm just gonna mix it really slowly because it's kind of looking a little funny right now. Okay, there we go. Now it's getting better. Okay, there we go. Make sure you scrape down the sides too so you get all the extra ingredients into the cake batter. So when you're done, your cake batter should be looking kind of like creamy and kind of thick, like almost like a custard. It should be yellow. Yes, it should be yellow, but I'm gonna make mine purple. So I'm just gonna go crazy with the colors right now and just go for it. So I'm just gonna go like 1, 2, 1. Okay, we're gonna see how that turns out. Hopefully it goes purple. You're gonna see. Okay, so I might add a little bit more. Oh, it's really bluey. It's not really a bright purple. Okay, I'm gonna add more red to make it a little bit more reddish purpley, I guess. I don't know. Okay, well, I kind of just made it pink. So I might add a little bit more blue, I guess. Because I kind of want that purple color. I kind of want to make purple. So I'm going to add a bunch of blue. We're going to see how it goes. Maybe I'll add a little bit more red, too. Yeah. I'll go go with that. See if it works. If you don't want to use food coloring, that's totally fine. I just really want to make purple cupcakes. So hopefully this works. Okay. So I think I pretty much got the purple color. It's kind of like a gray purple, but we're gonna go with it. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some sprinkles in there. I'm gonna add some purple and some pink sprinkles to make it kind of like a funfetti cake. So I'm just gonna, that's a lot of sprinkles. Just use all the purple sprinkles that I have. Okay, purple. Okay, so when you bake it, it should come up like kind of chunky looking, I guess. Not exactly sure. I'm gonna add some pink in there too. Yeah, okay. So pink and purple sprinkles. Okay. So this is kind of what it is. You can kind of see it looks, honestly, it looks kind of gross. Like, it just looks like gray paint. But I guess that's how it's gonna be. So we're gonna go with it. Maybe it'll be more purple when I bake it. But I have no idea. Okay, I made a bad choice of wearing a hoodie. Whew. Okay, so next thing you're gonna do is just gonna put them in your cones and then bake them. So I already preheated my oven for 350. I honestly have no idea how to bake mini cupcake cones because I chose the mini ones by accident. So I think I'm just gonna leave them in there for like 5 minutes and hope for the best. I'm only gonna do one tray for now because if I mess up all the trays, then this is gonna be a real big downfall. But if I only mess up one tray, then I still have like 2 more trays to fix. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna check. It's I got lots of time. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use a spoon or I actually have no idea what I'm gonna use. I think I'm just gonna maybe I'll use a spoon. Okay, actually, I think I'm gonna put this in a really big Ziploc bag, maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put all my cake mix in a bag and then just do it that way because I don't know how I'm gonna get it into such a small little cone thing. So hopefully that when I dump this in a bag, it doesn't go everywhere. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave that there. So hopefully when I dump it, okay. Oh, I just made it everywhere. I got it all over the side. That's cool. Okay, you know what? That's fine. I'll just do what I have in the bag for now and then just brush off the other side. Since I got it everywhere on my hand. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna quickly wipe off the edge of this bag because I got cake batter everywhere. And my mama will not be too happy about that. So, I'm just gonna wipe it off. Maybe put that in the sink. It's like, honestly, it's like literally everywhere. Like, okay. So now that I have made a huge mess, I'm gonna seal my bag and hopefully it works for what I'm trying to do to put it in the cupcakes. I'm just gonna kind of seal all the air out of it too, so that I can easily like squish it to the corner. So I'm just gonna kind of like push it to the corner. Hopefully, I'm gonna cut a little corner and hopefully it works. If not, this is gonna be a big flop and I apologize for everything. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just gonna move this off to the side for a little bit. Okay, so I cut a hole in my bag. Hopefully it goes in the place that I want to go. Oh. Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna squish it in there. Remember, only fill a little bit full, because if you fill it too much, then it's gonna be all over the place. Okay, this is actually working really well. So, squishing it in the cupcake cone thing. Okay, please make sure that you put the same amount of batter in all of them. If you want to do mini cones like me as well, you're gonna have a lot of batter left over, so you can honestly just make regular cupcakes with them. But other than that, this should be fine, I think. I'm just gonna. Okay, I think I'm just gonna fill this one a little bit more. Okay, you don't want to fill it too full. If you fill it too full, it'll literally explode in your oven. Okay, so as you can see, I filled my little cones with cupcake batter. It looks a little bit funny. I'm just gonna tap them. That's a loud noise. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna pop them in the oven. Hopefully that works. If it doesn't work, I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna put them in the oven, I guess, for just 5 minutes. I'm gonna set a timer for 5 minutes. I have no idea if this timer works, but we're gonna find out. It's ticking, so we're gonna find out. So if you hear a really loud, annoying sound, that's what that is. Okay. I'm just gonna fill the other ones as well. Just gonna fill this next one because I have quite a bit left in this bag, and like, no idea what I'm gonna do with it after. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly do that. Well, you can literally hear the ticking. All I can hear is the ticking from that timer. Okay. If you have any questions on what the heck I'm doing, please ask me, because sometimes I don't really know what I'm doing. I just kind of come up with things and just do them. So, if you have any maybe suggestions for this event thing that you want me to try or do or something, then just let me know and I'll just do it. Because I am open to all suggestions. I'm just pushing the cake batter down. Okay, I'm just gonna try and get a little bit more out. Use a toothpick when you pull them out. If there's nothing on it, then they're done. Oh, okay, that's a good one. Okay, so I'll set my timer for 5 minutes, but then I'll also check it with a toothpick to see if they're done, because I've never made cupcake cones before, or cone cupcakes, or whatever you're making. I don't even know. Okay, so check it with the toothpick to see if they're done. I'm just gonna. Oh, okay. So that's that. I'm just gonna put these to the side. And then we can get started with our grilled cheese. Okay, so for the grilled cheese, I don't know why you can't see my live stream either. Why you can or can't see my live stream? I'm not sure. But if you can't see the live stream now, they are on Facebook for quite a while, so it's not too bad. Like, you can always watch it later if you want. Am I gonna eat all these? If they're cool enough, then yes, I will eat some of them. If not, I'll just make my dad eat all of them, because I cannot eat that many cupcakes. But I will attempt to do it and make like an ASMR video thing. Because those tacos last week were pretty good. Same with that ice cream. Okay, So now we're gonna make our grilled cheese, and I'm just gonna turn on my frying pan so it's like ready to go. Okay, I'm just gonna turn it to about medium, and I also like pre-made like caramelized apples because I didn't want to put raw apples on my apple and grilled cheese. So if you want to do that, then go for it. But if you don't, then just use raw apples. It's totally fine. If you want to put something else in your grilled cheese, then that's also good. Yeah, I mean, like, it literally all depends on what you want in your grilled cheese. I personally never had a apple and bacon grilled cheese, but I guess we're gonna find out how that works. So, I'm just gonna move some stuff around right now so I can actually make it. So, I am really lazy and I didn't want to make bacon. So I bought like this Ready Crisp bacon stuff, and you just put it in the microwave for like 40 seconds and then it's done. So I'm gonna do that because it's safer and I'm lazy. So this is my suggestion for the grilled cheese bacon. Plus, when you go to Tim Hortons and you get a grilled cheese from Tim Hortons, like it's already made, they just stick it in there and you re-grill it. It's all good. Okay? But I did get some really good bread, so I'm going to be using a Canadian rye bread. I'm going to be using some cheddar cheese and some Havarti cheese as well. And then for the outsides, I'm just going to be using margarine to grill my grilled cheese. So if you want, you can put maybe tomato on it. But I don't know why you'd want tomato and apple, because my apples, like here, I'll show you my apples. They're kind of just sitting in some butter and brown sugar right now. But they're done. So I just have to take a couple slices and put them on my grilled cheese for when I'm ready. And that's all good. So, I'm just going to stick this in the microwave. I think I just put it on a plate. Place desired amount on a slice on microwave safe plate with paper towel. Okay. So we'll do that. Except I don't have any paper towel. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna throw these in the pan for like a couple seconds because I don't have any paper towel. And yeah, I'm just gonna heat them up, and then in the process we can get our grilled cheese together. How am I supposed to open this? I need scissors. Okay, throw it over there. So I'm just gonna open these. I'm just gonna plop them in the pan, I guess. Oh. This looks kind of funny. It does not look bacon. It doesn't look like bacon at all. Oh, okay. So this is also the first time I'm buying Ready Crisp bacon. I also do not recommend it. It looks like plastic. But it honestly smells pretty good. So this is kind of what it looks like. It's just some weird looking bacon. It kind of looks like the bacon I used to play with that used to be like plastic with like the kitchen sets. I don't know. But in the meantime, I'm gonna put butter and stuff on my sandwiches or my pieces of bread so that it's ready to go in the frying pan. I can just take the bacon out and just put it right on the pan. So I'm just going to take the middle pieces so that they're all kind of like the same. So I'm going to take these ones. I'm making one for myself, one for my mom, and two for my dad. Great. Oh, it smells so good. It smells really good. Okay. So I'm just going to close this up and move it off to the side. My dad really likes mayonnaise on his sandwich, but I'm not going to put mayonnaise on this one because it has apples and bacon. So put whatever you want on your sandwich, but I'm not putting anything on these. I'm just going to put butter on them because I'm basic and mayonnaise is kind of gross on grilled cheese. So I'm just going to set these aside next to me, and I'm just gonna start with these ones. I'm literally just gonna smear butter or margarine because it's super spreadable. I chose a rye bread because it's thicker, so I knew that if I was to spread anything on it, the bread itself wouldn't break, because sometimes when I use white bread, it gets stuck and it just breaks really easily. So I'm just gonna stack these. Actually, no, I'm just gonna get a plate, because if I put like the bread upside down, it's just gonna stick to the cutting board. So I'm only gonna put margarine on one side for now. And then once they're in the pan, I'll put it on the other side because I put butter on both sides so that it's extra crispy. It's super yummy. So, but I think that I'm just gonna put butter on one side because I'm putting cheese and bacon on it, so I don't want it to be too greasy. So I'm just gonna do that for one. Okay. Oh. Okay, just quickly spread all this on here. I kind of have a question for everyone. So, what is the weirdest thing you've ever put on a grilled cheese? That's my question. What's like the most weird thing you've ever put on a grilled cheese before that you would never do again, or that you absolutely love, and maybe it's super weird, but it's not that weird, and like it's just not a regular type grilled cheese thing. Okay, so I got 2 more left. Just gonna spread them on there. You want to make sure you get all the edges of your grilled cheese, otherwise it won't cook properly. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is okay, well, the bacon's pretty much done. So I'm just going to dump this bacon onto a plate, and then we can add it onto our grilled cheese as well. Okay, don't make a mess in your kitchen, kids. So I'm just going to... Okay, so apparently that's what it looks like. Kind of weird looking, but that's alright, I guess. So I'm just gonna switch you guys. Oh, wrong way. Switch you guys over here so you can see exactly what I'm doing on the pan. Hopefully you can see the pan. If you can't, I'm sorry. Hopefully my phone doesn't overheat. But so another thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open the cheese that I'm gonna use. It's already pre-sliced because, again, I didn't want to slice it myself because I'm lazy. But, so I'm just going to open the cheese. So it's going to be like a double grilled cheese kind of thing. Oh, I definitely forgot about the cupcakes. Okay. So, honestly, the 5 minutes is up. But I think I'm going to leave them in there for like another 5 minutes until maybe I smell something burning. But yeah, we're just going to leave them in there a little bit more. Okay, I'm just going to open both packages of cheese. You kind of know when the cupcakes are done because A, you stick a toothpick in them, or they rise up like little muffins or cupcakes, I guess. I don't know. So, I'm going to bring my bacon over here. Like that. Like this. Okay. All my bread ready to go. Alright, I'm just going to stick the first one. The one side that has butter on it, you just stick it on a pan. I'm going to add my cheddar cheese. And then I'm going to add my Havarti cheese. Then I'm going to take a couple slices of apples from this container thing, or my pan that I had them cooking on. And I'm going to add some apples onto the grilled cheese because they're soaking in butter and brown sugar right now. Okay. Then I'm going to add a couple strips of bacon. Okay, I'm just going to spread it out a little bit. This actually looks kind of good. Okay. Next thing, I'm going to add my other piece of bread. Oh, where'd it go? Right here. And I'm not going to put anything on this side. Yeah, no, it should be fine. I don't want to make it too greasy, though. That's the problem, okay? So I'm just going to put that on there. And now we just kind of wait until the cheese melts. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to do one of them and see, hopefully, that it works. Kind of. Yeah, and then you flip it once you think it's done on one side. Easy as that. Okay? Another thing that I'm going to do is I should be able to decorate the cupcakes on the camera, I think. 20 more minutes. They are almost done, so hopefully I need cheese on top of the bacon. Oh, I probably should have done the, oh, balls. I probably should have done it this way. There. Okay, I fixed it. Okay, put cheese, then your bacon and apples and stuff, then cheese on top. That's a good suggestion because then it'll stick. So I just flipped it over because I messed up. But thank you for the suggestion. That's much better, and now I realize how it's gonna all stick together now. I hope this tastes good. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna taste good. It looks good. It smells good. Yeah, should be fine, I think. I realize that I'm also using like the smaller element thing for this pan. Probably not this. I'm just gonna switch pans. I'm just gonna switch. I will be careful, I promise you. Just don't let your, most of the stuff I do on the camera, don't let your kids do it. Okay? This is pretty much a video of what not to do with your kids. But at the same time, it's also not. Because I'm actually trying to teach you something. But, so I switched my elements because I realized that I had this one on, I had this pan on a small element, and that's why it wasn't cooking properly. So yeah. That's basically it. I'm just going to check the cupcakes again. Almost done. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys what's in the pan. So this is kind of what it is. You see the butter on the top. You can see the bacon and the cheese and the apples and everything. Okay. If you don't like bacon, or maybe you're vegetarian, you can always use vegetarian bacon. Or you could use like a different kind of vegetable or something. Yeah, I honestly, you can put anything in a grilled cheese. Anything. I'm just gonna clean up my kitchen a little bit just because I made a huge mess. But yeah, I mean, also I have a lot of cake batter left, so I think I'm just gonna make a cake rather than a bunch of mini cone cupcakes because I have no idea how they're gonna taste. So yeah, not too bad. So yeah, while this is melting and cooking, what's everyone's favorite food? Like, these are almost done. Okay, those are almost done. I don't want to burn my ice cream cone, so. If you have a favorite food, please comment it below. Maybe we can do a different cooking show and eventually get to everyone's favorite food or similar ones. But, yeah, so. Hopefully this is, I'm just going to check the bottom. I actually have no idea. I have no idea if the bottom is even. I'm just gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip it. Oh, there we go. Now you hear the sizzle. You want to make sure you hear the sizzle, and then you know it's done. Ooh. Okay. We do have. I'm just gonna keep sizzling on my grilled cheese. Hopefully the cupcakes are done in time, and then I can quickly whip something on it. Chili or sloppy joes. Okay, but have you ever put chili inside of a sloppy joe? So it's like a chili sloppy joe. So you put both of them together. That's pretty good. Okay, my cupcakes are almost done. I'm still gonna keep watching them because I really don't want to burn these. I burn cupcakes every single time because I always forget I put them in the oven. But this grilled cheese smells really good. Like really, really good. What is it? Okay, I want to make sure I don't burn it though. Don't want to burn my grilled cheese. Okay, want to make sure it's done. All ready to go. The cheese is all melted, so I just want to make sure like I don't want to. Okay, now the other side could use a couple more minutes just to sizzle up a little bit. I want to make sure that the outside's nice and crispy, but you don't want to burn it. As soon as you burn a grilled cheese, it literally just tastes like charcoal. Like you can't taste any cheese or anything. It just tastes kind of gross. Another thing I like to do is, oh gosh, I like to put chicken in my grilled cheese, like a chicken grilled cheese, or what should I call it? Like a tomato cheese, grilled cheese. Okay, I'm just gonna stick a toothpick in and see if maybe this is done. Okay, so it got stuck to the toothpick. So I'm guessing it's done because it's not coming out. wet or anything. So I'm gonna take these ones out and put them on a rack. I'm just gonna get a rack out. It's stuck. Okay. Yeah, I got it out. Just gonna take them out and put them on a rack so they don't burn. And then I'm gonna stick. Oh, I'm gonna put my other ones in there too. Okay, let's add this little one to the. Ow, it's hot. Okay, I'm gonna put the other ones that I filled in the oven now, just so that they're done. Okay, and then. Okay, I believe this is done now. Probably burnt it. Yup, definitely burnt it. Don't burn your grilled cheese like I did. Okay, I'm gonna put it on a plate and cut it up. That was hot. Okay. So basically, what the inside of your grilled cheese should look like, if you don't burn it, see I burnt the top, but this should be the inside of your grilled cheese. Yes, I do have a Winnie the Pooh plate, but that should be the inside of your grilled cheese. Yeah, and then my cupcakes look like this. I'm just gonna give them a couple more seconds to make them chill. I can put icing on them. I'm just gonna make a couple more grilled cheeses because this is my dinner and my parents' dinner, so gotta make a couple more. So this one's mine. I'm just gonna put it to the side. If I eat a cold one, it is what it is. I'm just gonna turn this down a little bit because it's getting pretty hot. Okay, I'm just gonna put do the same process. Put that on. Put some cheese on. Put some apples on. Okay. Put some bacon on. Okay, then put my Havarti cheese. Okay, and then put the other slice of bread on top. I think I started to burn my thing since it was starting to melt. But tips on what not to do: don't burn your equipment on the stove. Yeah. So pretty much that. I'm just gonna see if they're cool, because I kind of want to put icing on them. I'm just gonna take them off the little pan thing so that they cool a little bit faster. Okay. That's a hot pan. Yeah. A really hot pan. Okay, don't touch that. And then I'm just gonna flip my grilled cheese again. Hopefully it's not burnt. Ah! I left it all falls out. Ouch. Okay, compromise. I shoved it back in there. Okay. Yeah, I shoved it back in there. That was not too bad. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. Like, these are what I'm saying. Like, these are my little meat cupcake things. They're still really hot, so I can't put icing on them. But I'll send a picture to Katie on what the finishing product of the cupcakes are, and she will post them on Facebook for all of you to see. For now, that is it. That's all I got. So thanks for having a super fun blast with me and watching me mess up a bunch. But I kind of want to try this grilled cheese. So I'm going to try the grilled cheese, see how it tastes, and then I'm going to piece you guys out, and you guys can go do this at home or do whatever you need to do. And have loads of fun with your kiddos at home. Okay, I'm just gonna put this one on the thing so it doesn't burn. Okay, and then I'm gonna try my grilled cheese because I think it might be okay. Okay. You think that apple wouldn't be good on grilled cheese, but I think caramelizing them before you cook the grilled cheese, definitely a better idea. Okay. That is so good. But I'm going to eat my grilled cheese now and let you guys go. But come back for next week and we're making even more fun stuff. So, peace.